Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Token 49 here in Dubai, and we have a very special guest, the CEO of Binance, Richard Teng, who's of course just in the job, not even 6 months yet. A lot of history in the Monetary Authority of Singapore, also the Abu Dhabi Global Market, and much, much more. So we're delighted to welcome you. Guy was just talking about halving. We'll get to that in a moment. First, any news to share on licenses?
Thanks so much, Roni. I think I'm very excited to share here, breaking it on Bloomberg, that we have secured our full license with the Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, and that allows us to serve the full suite of customers, from institutions to high net worth individuals to retail customers, with a much fuller suite of products, right? So from spot to margin to earn products. And we are looking forward to working very closely with both the regulators here as well as the partners here to bring about a very vibrant ecosystem in Dubai, right? And you know, crypto is a 24/7 market. Where traditional markets are closed, people can still take investment strategy, trading, hedging strategies that you see after markets and throughout the weekend. So we're very excited to serve the Dubai market and beyond.
Well, congratulations. Now, I know you were very close to picking a location for a headquarters, which you had promised, and you had narrowed jurisdictions. Might Dubai be the new headquarters?
Well, we are still in discussion with several jurisdictions on that front. And you understand that global headquarter issue is, we have to go through quite a fair bit of deliberation. We have instituted our global board of directors, so I'm working very closely with them, going through the different jurisdictions.
Give us a short list. Is Dubai on there? Is Abu Dhabi?
I would set out the parameters for consideration. I think that's more important for us. So it's very deliberate, as I mentioned. So we have to look at, you know, in terms of jurisdiction, whether they have the regulatory framework to cater to our suite of products and services, which is very wide. Today, we have close to 188 million customers globally. We are the largest exchange in the world. So it's able to cater to that, able to cater to us in terms of, you know, we are looking at things like double taxation agreement globally, whether we can base our key management in those jurisdictions. So we are in deep conversation with several jurisdictions on that front.
Roughly how many?
I won't speculate on that front, but as and when we have news, we will break it. Yeah.
You just named a board of directors, as you said. Now, the chairman is a career diplomat from Barbados, and you have also 3 of the early employees as, you know, members of the board. What about this will give outsiders confidence that you're looking at things like compliance and at changing your culture?
Well, I have set out very clearly at the start of my tenure as CEO that I have made 3 commitments to the global ecosystem. First is continue to be user-focused. Users are very important to us. As you can see, in the first quarter of this year, we have added 60 million new users onto the platform. So we stand at close to 188 million, with assets being held by users close to 120 billion today, right? So the business continue to grow in a very strong fashion. My second commitment is to working with global regulators to uphold global standards on that front. And third is working with both global as well as local partners to support crypto adoption, which is still at a very early stage of development.
So the promises are still intact.
Yes.
Bitcoin down about 14% in the last 10 sessions, roughly. Is this a halving event? Halving obviously imminent.
Well, I mean, Bitcoin go through cycle. I mean, the crypto industry goes through cycle. Is to be expected. There's going to be market volatility. It doesn't only impact the asset front. I mean, given the geopolitical tension, given the interest rate environment that we are seeing, the inflationary environment, the crypto industry is impacted like other asset classes, right? So, but we are bullish long term because the institutions' money are coming in, something that you have not seen before, 2024. So that is very bullish. We have clarity of rules in many jurisdictions now that allow us to deploy. So the longer term trend is one that's bullish.
So that's true, but we have seen a lot of outflows out of some of the US ETFs in recent days. And I know you think this cycle is different in terms of where we'll see the peak. Have we seen the 2024 peak?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict on that front. But this cycle is indeed unique, right? So normally you see an all-time high in terms of Bitcoin prices after the halving episode. But this time around, because of the liquidity of the user flow from the US ETF, we saw the all-time high in terms of Bitcoin prices happening before the halving, right? But as I mentioned, it's bullish because, I mean, other than the US, you have Hong Kong recently announcing approval of Bitcoin ETF as well as Ether ETF, right? And you see many other jurisdictions going to come onto the bandwagon. A lot of institutions, endowment, foundation are coming on stream, and that's going to bring new user class into this. New, in terms of regulations, clarity of rules are going to give confidence to users into this asset class. So we are still at the beginning. Crypto adoption globally is only about 5% today. So we are very confident that the pace of adoption over the course of the next 5 years is going to be much faster than the last 5. So you're going to bring a lot more investors into this asset class.
Can I ask when the last time you spoke with CZ was?
Well, CZ is in the States now. I think everybody knows that. He's a controlling shareholder of Binance, as he has shareholders' rights on that front. Right? We just have to observe the corporate governance framework that we have put in place in Binance, which is the board of directors. They are the corporate stewards of the company, driving this enterprise going forward.
What are the plans for him to divest or to take more steps away from any parts of the company?
I can't speak on his behalf. I think those questions you should direct towards him as a shareholder on that front.
So he does still have a lot of control over decisions?
He continues to be a controlling shareholder of the company.
What are you doing in terms of discussions with the Nigerian officials and the Nigerian government about the employee who's detained, Tigran Gambaryan, and the person who's obviously fled and now in Kenya?
I think I know the interest on that front. We appreciate the interest. But this is a sensitive matter, so we are in conversation with the Nigerian government. Our key priority is to get Tigran home safely, right? So Tigran is a person of the highest integrity, highest professional. I think people that knows him knows that he has devoted his entire lifetime previously with US agencies and now as our head of financial crime, working with global law enforcement agencies to fight illicit crime and fight financial crimes. We are giving him and his family all the support needed. And our key priority, our prayers, is to bring Tigran home safely as soon as possible.
Richard, congratulations on the new license to operate in Dubai, and thank you for your time. Richard Teng, CEO of Binance.